Joe Melvin. This is Harry Connors.
How are you?
Hello,
Nice
Joe.
to see you.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I just discovered I don't know a snake from a plumber's friend.
Wait a minute. Hey, where are the girls?
They're out shopping. Why?
My boy, how would you like to get out of this whole ugly mess?
Great, but how?
I've got a plan. You see, Joe here is a plumber from Ridgebury. Buddy! Now, would you be willing to put out a little money to get out of installing that shower?
Is it under $1 million?
I'll give you my rock-bottom price.
You got a deal.
All right, my boy, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to tell the girls that Joe here is an old friend of ours who'll do the job for nothing. Then we split the bill, take the weekend off, and the girls don't know the difference. Is that good?
Good. It's inspired.
Do you mind if I ask a question?
No, go ahead.
Why don't you just tell the two ladies the truth?
Because they'd never go for it.
Now, they don't mind us giving up our weekends or breaking our back, but they'd never allow us to pay you.
After all, they've got their pride.
Oh. Well, look, I better get to work. You guys started paying me the minute I walked through that door.
I'll show you where the shower goes.
Yeah.
It's in the closet in the boys' room.
Now, Harry, remember, we tell the girls that we meant to do the job with Joe. But suddenly you have to take a flight to Honolulu, and I've got a client in town from L.A. And then we stay out of their way for the entire weekend. You got it?
I gotta hand it to you, Eddie. I always knew you were clever, but you turned out to be positively crafty.
Come on, to work, boy. To work.
Well, how's it going, Joe?
Oh, it ought to be finished in an hour or two.
Good. Gee, you must be a good friend of Eddie and Harry's to let them take advantage of you like this.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure.
Do you know how much a real plumber would charge for this?
How much?
Oh, I'd hate to tell you. You know what robbers they all are.
Now, just a minute. Some of my best friends are plumbers.
Oh, well, of course there are good ones and bad ones.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, Joe?
Well, I'm... Well, what do you think I do?
Well, from the looks of your sensitive hand, I'd say you were a doctor.
You guessed it.
I can always tell.
Yeah.
Mom, can we watch Joe? Well, you can if you don't bother the man. We won't. All right, sit down there and be quiet now. He's very, very busy, so be quiet.
Well, there it is, Jerry. A shower right in our room. We won't have any excuse for not washing again.
That's one of the most depressing sights I have ever seen. Hey, Joe, where's the bathtub?
Well, this is a stall shower. There's no tub.
This is different from our other shower.
Then I can get out of using this one on a technicality.
How come?
There's no place to sell my boat.
Joe, where does the water go out?
Oh, right there.
How come it's colored up?
Well, you see, this is a test plug. It has to stay screwed on over the drain until the inspector okays it.
Oh.
What's an inspector?
Now, I told you not to bother the man. Come on, downstairs. Why don't you go out and play or something? Well, how's it going, Joe?
Well, it would go a lot faster if you wouldn't keep coming in here every few minutes asking, how's it going, Joe?
Yeah, I suppose so. Joe, isn't that shower head a little low?
It's the standard height.
Well, it looks a little low to my eye. I think it should be about 5 inches higher.
Look, it's too late to do anything about it now. It's already in.
Yeah, and the way it's in, Joe. That's a pretty sloppy caulking job.
I'm not finished with it yet.
Well, I suppose I shouldn't complain. After all, you are an amateur. Oh, nothing personal, Joe. Say, should you be using that wrench on that?
Just what do you suggest I use?
Well, I think you should use that doohickey right there. You're liable to mar that hardware with that wrench.
How would you like to do this yourself?
Well, now, let's not get huffy.
I'm not getting huffy.
Well, now, for a doctor, you have very nasty bedside manners.
What would you say if I told you I was a plumber?
Well, if you are, you could fool the panel on What's My Line.
Well, it just so happens I am a plumber.
You are not. You're a doctor friend of Eddie's and Harry's.
I never saw them before in my life. And the only operation I ever performed was removing a spoon from a garbage disposal.
If you're not a friend, why are you doing this?
Because they're paying me.
They're paying you. Where are you going?
I'm quitting.
If they're paying you, you can't quit.
Lady, there isn't enough money in the world to get me to finish this job. Here.
Wait a minute. What do you want me to do with this?
Finish it yourself with a doohickey.
What's he mumbling about? He just walked out on the job. Well, that's a fine thing for a friend of Eddie and Harry's to do. Friends. He isn't even a doctor. Who isn't even a friend or a doctor? I'll bet he isn't even a plumber. Who isn't even a friend or a doctor or a plumber? Oh, wait till I get my hands on those two sneaks. What two sneaks? Lucy, will you please tell me what you're talking about? I'll tell you later, while we're finishing the shower. Wait a minute. What do you mean, while we are finishing the shower? Oh, it won't be hard. There's nothing much to do but hang the door and put in the faucet handles. He was almost finished. Who was almost finished? The friend, the doctor, the plumber, or one of the two sneaks? Go get on your working clothes and I'll tell you. Now, Lucy, I've helped you do a lot of things, but I draw the line at plumbing. Now, Viv, do you want to hear the story about the friend, the doctor, the plumber, and the two sneaks, or don't you? Oh, the things I do to bring a little drama into my life. Just dress and hurry back.